So, Dr. Bonnie, what exactly is SculpSure?
SculpSure is one of the latest fat-removing devices on the market. It is a 1060 nanometer laser that will target fat cells and actually destroy them, about 24 to 25% of them.
And how long do these results usually last?
If you think about fat cells, we're born with a certain amount of fat cells. We don't gain new fat cells, but we actually do make fat cells get bigger when we take in more calories and burn less, and then we can make them get smaller. So when you get some results of fat removal of the cells, then that's permanent. So it's not something that has to be repeated in that area.
Awesome. And how painful can we expect this treatment to be?
Most people find it extremely tolerable. For the first couple cycles, it might be a little like, oh my goodness, but it gets gradually warm, so you are very able to get used to it, and then you just really don't feel too much during the whole procedure. We usually have somebody get on their cell phone or do some texting or listen to music, and they're absolutely fine for the 25 minutes.
Are there any side effects to be concerned about?
There really aren't. There's nothing that can happen. It can't burn the skin because it's always in constant contact. The little head is always in constant contact with the skin and keeping it cool. The fat is heating up. You don't burn. You don't blister. There really isn't any side effect.
What exactly is the difference between CoolSculpt and SculpSure?
CoolSculpt has gotten a lot of publicity because it's been heavily marketed. It is a cryolipolysis method of taking care of fat cells. So it also destroys fat cells, but if you think about how it works, it's got this little applicator and it violently sucks the tissue that's going to be fat targeted into this little applicator. That is cooled down. Everything, including the skin and the nerves and the fat cells, is cooled down to a temperature that the fat can no longer survive in. So the fat then is destroyed. Some of it is 22% actually is destroyed of that area that's in here, and then it's pulled out. It kind of looks like a stick of butter when it's pulled out, and it is effective. However, only the stuff that's inside this little container is going to get removed, whereas the SculpSure, because it's a flat pad like this, and it has a 30% dispersion around the area, will actually get in a nice even way some of the area surrounding that. So the problem with CoolSculpt is it can end up with little lumps because you're going to remove the fat here, but not here and not here, and that then is going to be an uneven result. But it's just as effective, actually a little more effective, 24% versus 22%.
And how much weight can a patient expect to lose from this treatment?
Okay, we know that the fat reducers are not weight loss machines. They are machines targeted for those problem fat areas. There's going to be problem fat areas in everybody. Typical areas are bra fat, back fat, the saddlebags and the hips, lower abdomen and flanks are or love handles, muffin top, that type of thing. Those areas are things that aren't removed easily with exercise and diet. That's the perfect target for both CoolSculpt and SculpSure, but SculpSure does do a nice smooth job.
And so those are the body parts that can basically be treated with the SculpSure.
SculpSure is FDA cleared for the waist and the abdomen and the flanks, but it is used everywhere very effectively. It cannot harm a body part, so it can be used anywhere it will fit.
And how long is this treatment actually?
The treatment itself is a little over 25 minutes. So the actual cycle is 25 minutes. So you really have that compared to what CoolSculpt was an hour. Now they've reduced it to 35 minutes, but it's only 25 minutes. But we like to take some pictures and weigh the patient ahead of time. So it really is just maybe, half hour treatment.
So how would somebody go about consultation and treatment with you?
So what we do is just have you call our office. Our office number is 561-820-8055. You would talk to Jade, which is the medical manager, and she would put you in contact with whoever would do your consultation. Most likely it would be me.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.